The cavalry is coming. 1,000 National Guard troops coming to the U.S.-Mexican border. We are expecting an announcement from Austin Governor Rick Perry to make that announcement sometime this afternoon, and thanks to the good work of the kids over at the Monitor, they were able to obtain a state document saying, that's the big message tomorrow. So let's get some reaction from local law enforcement. Joining us on 710 KURV, our interim sheriff in Hidalgo County, is Eddie Guerra. Eddie, welcome back to the show. So if you had a chance to deploy these 1,000 troops, what would you do with them?
Good morning, Sergio. Thank you for
allowing
me to come on the show.
You bet.
Well, as the sheriff, of course, one of my main duties is to make sure we have a safe community and preserve the peace. And having added people to come in here to help me with that, I welcome that. But I haven't been informed of what role the National Guard is going to play in this. So I've kind of got mixed emotions on them coming over here.
Where do you need them, sir? Where do we need them in South Texas if we get the optimum use of all this personnel? Where do we put them?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if they're coming here to help on a more of a logistic support role.
Well, they can't arrest anybody, so it would have to be logistics, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's the information I'd like to get clear on from the governor's office.
Yeah, and I don't think they're going to be running around in one of those personnel vehicles, those big trucks, kind of like in Mexico and Reynosa, where they're running around all over town, definitely providing a military presence. I don't see that happening either.
Well, I don't, and I don't see them manning a checkpoint along the military highway or I mean, we're currently using the National Guard right now on this surge. I mean, they are helping us out.
How so? What are they doing right now?
Well,
sir?
Have you seen those Skywatch towers that are deployed in different places along the
border?
Along military highway? Those towers.
Yeah, there's people in there.
Yeah, there's people in those.
Normally they're empty. They're just like cameras or something. But there's actually human beings in there.
They're manned by National Guard personnel.
Okay, all right.
And not 24 hours a day, but they're manned by.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that it's not 24 hours a day. Those guys don't know it.
Well, the cameras are going on 24 hours a day.
Yeah,
we can view those.
So is it helping though? I mean, the fact that these folks are here doing that, does that help?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course, they're just more eyes, and they're able to give us real time information.
Okay. Joining us on 710 KURV with reaction to this expected announcement of 1,000 troops, National Guard, to be deployed by the governor later today. Joining us on 710 KURV is Sheriff Eddie Guerra.
Sheriff Tim Sullivan here. Just a general question. Are these military troops needed at this point?
Well, 1,000, I don't think so. I don't think 1,000 troops are needed. I mean, I've heard the cost of them upwards of $12 million, and of course their air assets will cost another $2 million a month. That's that's $14 million a month that the taxpayers are going to have to spend. And I personally believe we could use that money by beefing up more law enforcement, in the county and some of these local agencies that need more law enforcement.
Yeah, my impression is that's why the governor ordered the DPS surge, I guess, to cover the gaps left by the Border Patrol agents who are dealing with all the Central American migrants.
That's correct. And we work closely with Border Patrol. This new chief, Kevin Oakes, he's been really reaching out to us and keeping us informed, and he's brought in more agents, and he's been able to cover some of the gaps. We're participating in this surge, and of course it costs money. And at one point we're gonna run out of those funds, and this is where we need some of that money so we can continue, because eventually we're gonna run out of these federal funds that currently we're using to sustain this operation.
And you raised the question earlier of the role of the National Guard troops. What will be their role? And the first question that pops into my head is, I wonder what happens if these soldiers come across a group of young migrants.
Well, they're trained in warfare. These National Guard troops are trained in search and destroy. They're not trained in law enforcement.
Right.
I would prefer that they reach out and bring in more trained law enforcement, more Border Patrol agents. I'm happy with the help we're getting from DPS in the governor's office. These are trained law enforcement. So I don't know exactly what role the governor wants to use the National Guard.
Well, if you had a chance to bend the governor's ear on this, then what would you be asking for? Would you say?
I want to know exactly what their role is. I mean, they can't make traffic stops. They can't make pedestrian stops. I want what and then the surge is mostly 1/3 of the surge. I mean, correction is immigration is coming from family units and unaccompanied minors, and they're just turning themselves in. They're not a threat. They're not a threat to public safety. So that's a very good question. I'd like to ask the governors what role is this?
And if not that, then what else would you ask for if we couldn't get the National Guard in here? Would you ask for, I don't know, more DPS or what?
No, I'd ask for more funding.
Yeah,
more
give
funding.
me the money, you say, right? Give me the money, I'll
give us the money. I'll be able to, and not only us. I mean, we're talking, the sheriff's office and constable's office, local law enforcement.
Yeah.
To help us, combat this problem.
Go back kind of to the Operation Linebacker sort of system, where Border Patrol agents are the front line and you're the backup.
Well, exactly. Operation, Linebacker, Operation Border Star, Operation Stone Garden, and what I'd like to see is we've been telling some of our federal representatives we'd like to bring the cops the cops program back, where that's a federal program that we're able to put more officers out there, and for some of these local PDs, some of these smaller PDs like Benitez and Sullivan City and La Jolla, Alton and Progreso, they can increase their manpower.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. How about Operation put more boats on the water, like maybe 200 of them, and use some of that money to go buy some boats and go up and down and make sure nobody gets across? How about that idea?
What?
Yeah, that makes too much sense for Tim, but what do you say, Sheriff?
200 boats.
Why not? Why not? We only got, 3 or 4 of them running up and down? We got a lot of territory.
That's your image of America?
Come on. What do you say, Sheriff?
No.
No, that's not going to work? So we really don't want to stop the traffic coming north then, right?
No, we want to stop it. But we all know what the answer is, guys. We all know that once, there needs to be some type of a policy change. At this point, I don't care what it is. They just got to do something. They just have to do something to bring immigration reform and so that way we know what to do.
Cut the demand for drugs in this country.
Yeah, that's going to happen overnight. That's going to happen overnight.
It's not going to happen overnight, but it's a start. You got to start somewhere.
Yeah, you got to secure the border first. All right, thank you, Sheriff. That's Eddie Guerra, Sheriff of Hidalgo County, joining us on 710 KURV.